Welcome to Late Night with Linda Rosa, where we get down to the arts of the matter. My darlings queridos, welcome y bienvenidos to Late Night with Linda Rosa, getting down to the arts of the matter. Welcome back. If you're back, thank you so much, and welcome officially if this is your first time listening, watching. Thank you for your time and attention. Thank you for listening and for your time and all that good. I hope that everyone is good, safe, healthy. We have so much going on right now. You know, we have other than the pandemic, we have the Black Lives Matter movement, which I am in full support. And I also made a statement, and I would love for you guys to listen to it if you haven't already. I've been thinking about what to say for the past few days. For someone with the gift of words, I found it difficult, as I would like to be as clear and as genuine as possible. So I wrote down a few words and I'm going to read it to you. First, I wanted to make it clear and make it known that I am in full support of the Black Lives Matter movement. I believe in its purpose and its foundation. I believe that all Black people should be seen, heard, and treated equally. Its time is long overdue. I mean, it's been hundreds of years of abuse and oppression when we were created to love and be loved. Yes, as a Latina, I myself have dealt with racism, prejudice, and the kind. As a Latina, I have gotten a taste. It's the most defeating and disheartening feeling. But imagine Black people having to validate their existence every single day. There aren't enough words to express my disappointment in the judicial system and what has become of our country, if we should even call it that. Actually, I shouldn't really be saying become of our country, because the truth is racism and prejudice have been ever so present in our country. The difference is that you see and hear it now due to modern day technology. There are individuals with prejudices, people in areas of law enforcement and other areas of the government, from the top to the bottom, who carry racism even in the smallest ways in their hearts and minds. They don't acknowledge Black lives as being important or give equal treatment, and that's wrong. Black people aren't asking for something special or out of the ordinary. They're asking for what every human deserves. To live is a luxury. For Black people to make it home alive after an encounter with the wrong police or the wrong person is a luxury. Shit, it's a privilege at this point, and you can add that to the list of the many things already stripped away. Please do not allow your intellectual thinking to be clouded by the negativity and looting of riots. It takes away from the movement. Let's focus on peaceful protests, community outreach, positive messages, and changes that are already happening. Let's focus on what Black Lives Matter truly means. Let's continue to support each other in any way we can. Let's look within ourselves and see what we can do to better enact change as well. Let's recognize and admit that being racist isn't only an outwardly hating on a group of people, but there's levels to racism, and you can fall at the top or the bottom of that. But the truth is the truth. Own your truth and fix it. Let's be open to the pain and hurt that Black people have dealt with for hundreds of years. Be open to listening to Black people who've lost loved ones unlawfully for no reason other than the color of their skin. Be open to Black people not being treated equally in a multitude of ways. Be open to Black people fighting for their right to live, for their right to matter. Be open to conversation, open conversation on all sides. Understand that the people in-house have been feeding you bullshit to destroy unity and gain power, when in reality, we have the power. We as a people have the power to change things. Folks of other races, such as myself, should be speaking up and out for Black lives. Because when you look at history, it's an honor to be Black. We should embrace and recognize this movement. One day, we will see the beauty in each other. And I truly have faith in that. And this is going to be quite the ride. We're in a historical moment right now. But I stand by you because you matter. Because Black lives matter. And until Black lives matter, the word all or all lives matter doesn't matter or hold any power. From my heart to yours, I stand by you. Let me know what you think. How do you feel? I did from the bottom of my heart. I was actually really nervous because I want to send out the right message. So let me know what you think. But today, you know what kind of artistry we're gonna get into today? We're gonna get into friendships, but co-ed friendships. Okay. So why are we gonna get into that? Because I feel like everyone is very 50-50. I feel like I get different responses from different people about friendships. You know, is it good to have co-ed friendships? Is it not? I think I am completely for co-ed friendships, men, women, whatever, or if you're from the same sex and you have a friend that you're attracted to, I just feel like you can still have a friendship and not cross lines. I have just a few tips that I use to maintain, because I have my guy friends who I adore, but they're like my brothers or my cousins or my family, and that's how I walk into co-ed friendships. You know what I mean? I walk into them with the heart of a sister, a heart of a cousin. And I think that there's certain things that we need to be mindful of and certain things we can do, and that's what we're gonna get into today. So I'm glad you guys are here, and let me know what you think. But let's get started. So I love co-ed friendships because of the camaraderie, the honesty. You know what I mean? I love a man's outlook and perspective on things. I think it gives us a fresh perspective on how we may see, on our own perspective on how we may see things. Like when it comes to questions about relationships or a man, like I'll go to one of my boys, and what I love about having co-ed friendships is when it's a genuine friendship, you know that the advice or the words that they're telling you is from the bottom of their heart. There's no intention to fuck anything up or ruin it, especially if they got a girl, which I still think you can have friends with men who have relationships. I just think that there's ways to go about it. Another thing I enjoy about having co-ed friendships is I love the fact that I can just like be me, just do me, be me, dress like me, talk like me, whatever. And I relate to guys a lot. I don't ask me why. I just vibe with guys. It's just a thing. But there's a lot of things I'm gonna say for women. I got you. I'm a vent for you. Okay, there's a lot that comes with that though. But yeah, I love their opinion, their outlook. I love hanging out with them. You know, just having like a brother-sister relationship where I can trust them with their opinion, you know. But I think that in order to have these said friendships, I believe that we need to have a level of maturity. You know what I mean? There has to be a level of maturity in order to draw these barriers and practice self-awareness, you know, and resistance, you know, because I'm not gonna lie, of course we have friends that are attractive. Hello, I got some hot ass female friends and I got some hot ass male friends, but that doesn't mean I want to fuck them. You know what I'm saying? So I think that there's levels and things you don't want to cross, and I feel like men, when they find a female friend that's actually really, really dope and super chill, they don't want to ruin that for shit. Because it's hard to find, and I'm not going to lie, because women do get in their feelings. Ladies, you know we get in our feelings. You know. Yeah, and then one of the other benefits I find in hanging out with guys is that there's like no competition. Not that you compete with your friends, but with your girlfriends, but you know, I'm not worried about looking a certain kind of way, especially if we're doing a particular kind of activity. It's just a different comfort when you're hanging out with a guy. And it's not about a boyfriend comfort. It's just like the broski. I'm cooling right now. You know what I mean? I feel like it's different. For example, like if I was to walk in someone with one of my female friends or something, but my female friends are fire. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure sometimes it's going to be these kind of attentions that we really don't want. And sometimes we just want to chill. We just want to like chill and vibe and let that be that. And I'm not saying that everywhere we go, everywhere I go, we're going to get all this damn attention. I'm simply saying, as a man, you know, the moment you walk into a room, you're going to look at what's walking. And sometimes, and then, you know, a lot of times they want to approach, and sometimes we trying to have conversation. We trying to chill. And it's like, and it's even worse when their game is terrible. It's like, oh, great. Sometimes we just don't want to be bothered, you know? But having a guy friend, you know, it's like a different perception. People will assume what they want. I really don't care. It's just, I know for a fact I'm less likely to be bothered if I'm hanging out with one of my boys. And then usually it's really, really fun. So I'm not mad at that. But I think what I learned is that it takes a minute for that friendship with the opposite sex or someone that you could be attracted to, possibly. It takes a while to build that friendship where there's that comfort there, because the thing is, it's so rare that you hear of really, really cool co-ed friends that nothing's ever happened, that I think when people like, yo, I really like chilling with this person, I think people have that fear already, like, yeah, but then they're gonna catch feelings. Sometimes it happens, but I'm gonna address that in a minute. Because I'm not saying that relationships are not built out of friendships, because they are, and some of these relationships are some of the best, really great relationships that start off as a friendship. However, that comes with time. I'm talking about when you first make a friend, the intention shouldn't be to smash unless that's really what it is. I'm speaking in terms of actually having friendships and how to make sure you keep certain things separate to maintain said friendship, right? But yeah, those are some of the reasons that I really love having male friends, co-ed friendships, you know, because I just feel like you take your friendships to another level, having that connection to a man's world without having to get in too deep, if that makes sense. And another one of the things that I really enjoy about having my male friends is I actually get to do certain things that I probably wouldn't do with some of my girlfriends, which some of my girlfriends actually do enjoy, like cars and things like that. I have friends that know a lot about things that I like, but I just really have a good time like doing like sporting events, or when it comes to cars, because I love cars, and things. I just really enjoy having male company. And this is the thing, guys. It's not about being a bird or, yeah, she just like being around dudes. First of all, no. Ask any of my male friends. None of them hit. And I'm proud of that. And I carry that crown, honey, because I understand that men and women have a natural connection, or whoever, same sex, you guys have a connection. I get that. But that doesn't mean that you have to entertain every single connection in a sexual way. I have a connection with a lot of people. That don't mean I fuck every single one of them. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to friendships with someone who is in a relationship, I think there are huge boundaries, but I also think that we should be a little bit more lenient if we are in a relationship and your partner has a friend of the opposite sex. Again, this is one of them where I think that maturity matters. I think you have to reach a maturity level in order to maintain a relationship and friendships of the opposite sex. I think that there needs to be a level of respect. If you are friends with a guy and he got a girl, you need to respect these boundaries. For example, ain't no reason why y'all spending all this extra time alone when he got a girl or you got a man. There's no reason to be doing couple shit with this dude if he got a girl or you got a man. Whether both of you are taken or one of you is taken, there's certain things you just simply don't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason to have my friend come over. He got a girl. He's at my house at 3 a.m. Nope. Why? Somebody dying? Something happened? Is there an emergency? And that's what I'm saying. I feel like sometimes people cross these really, really blurred lines. You don't realize that they're blurred lines, but once you cross them, you feel that shit. You got to be careful. There has to be a level of respect. And I feel like if you're in a relationship, you got a girl or you got a man, whatever, there's nothing wrong with meeting friends. If you're having an issue introducing your homegirl to your girl, there's an issue. You need to look at that. There's a problem. There's no reason. If all you guys have is a simple friendship, introducing your homegirl to your girl should be the same of you introducing your boy to your girl. It's the same thing. It should be the same thing. And her approach to your girl needs to be like if it was the dude. Awesome, chill shit. Hi, how are you? That's how I am. Yo, I have all these guy friends, and if they have got a girl, they fall in love with me. Why? Because I'm inclusive. And I acknowledge and I respect the boundaries. You understand? That, like, I think people sometimes, I think a lot of people out there, especially, and don't kill me, but I correct me if I'm wrong, especially the younger generation, they feel a little bit of attraction and all of a sudden panties off. I see people that I find attractive on a regular basis. It does not mean that I in any way, shape, or form entertain it. You understand? There's like people, I think people just feel like they gotta entertain everything today. No, you don't. And if you have a friendship and your friends has a relationship, you need to respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to be hitting them up at weird ass times. You don't need, and weird ass times as in fuck times, 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m. booty call times, unless it's some crazy shit, unless she's aware, like, unless it's really open where everyone's aware and then it's like, that's how it is, cool. But y'all shouldn't be kicking it, talking, and all this other stuff at weird times. You know what I mean? And if you find yourself attracted to this person that got a relationship, I personally feel like you have to still respect the relationship. You may feel how you want. That doesn't validate you saying something to him, because what you're hoping for is to end whatever he got. And that ain't your business. You know what I'm saying? You introducing your homegirl and your girl doesn't mean that you got to tell your girl, all your girls, your homegirl, all of your relationship business, or your relationship or your homegirl business. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm telling you is you have to keep the two separate. Yes, you want to introduce everybody, make sure everybody knows each other or whatever, but that doesn't mean that y'all get too involved, because I feel like sometimes people involve their friends too much in relationships, and you ask people for advice, they don't do what the fuck you just told them to do, and now you look like an asshole. Now both of them hate you, you look like a dick, when in reality you were just trying to help them out. So I feel like in general, when I just feel like as a friend, I don't want to get too involved in your relationship. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you to depend on me too much to answer all of it, but I also don't want to get too invested, because that's how shit gets funny. You know what I mean? What about co-ed relationships or friendships at work? I appreciate co-ed friendships and all of that wherever it comes from. However, this is where it gets funny, right? Because reputation is everything to me. I believe in the image that you put out. I believe in respect. However, I believe that women should have the power to be who they want to be without being disrespected or looked at a certain way. Let me elaborate. I'm a very welcoming and loving person. And when I walk into a room, that's the vibe I want to give, right? The issue with that is that women like myself, who are respectable, kind, genuine, classy women, who are also welcoming and just like a lover of the people and everything like that, people have a tendency, well, men may have a tendency to think she's some kind of easy bird. No. Listen, I'm cool as hell. Listen, I am a whole ass vibe. I'm a whole vibe. I'm a vibe all day. I'm a good time. I'm a good vibe. I'm good people. But that doesn't mean I want to fuck you. By any means, no way, shape, or form do I want to put your dick in my mouth because I'm being nice. Just because I'm smiling and I'm laughing and I'm saying hello and my energy's bright and I'm welcoming and I'm down to earth, doesn't mean by any way, shape, or form that I want to fuck. No, because I am more. I am more than what you looked at when I walked into the room or you walked into the room. I am more. I give more, so I deserve more. I am worth more. I am more. So when a woman walks in, let me talk about this for a minute. Because I feel, and I'm saying this for the ladies, I know you can relate. I know you've gone through this before, whether it's at home, not home, sorry, wherever you are, whether it's out and about, at work, or whatever the case. Let's talk about this. Gentlemen, listen, bro, pay attention. There's nothing more disappointing than walking into a room, regardless of where it is, anywhere, work, out and about, whatever, and someone whose bright energy is bright walks into a room, says hi to everybody, sociable, talks to everybody, everything's cool, and next thing you know, she comes up, she says hello to one, and he gives her that look like, yeah, you're coming up to me because you want it. There's nothing more unattractive than a guy who thinks that his dick is a hot commodity and everybody want it. There's nothing more, me da asco. I don't like it. It's a turnoff. It's a turnoff wherever I am. I feel like that's an actual issue that women deal with every day, because like, that's why when somebody, like, if somebody was to come up to me, like if a dude came up to me and was like, she a bitch, I'm actually, believe it or not, I may actually question him as to why he said it. Because as a woman, I know that every single day, if I even walk, like, there, you could walk into a room, you could walk into the bank, the bodega, whatever, and you walk into a room, you're put together nicely, you're very polite, and you say hello, there's going to always be that one dickhead that wants to come on some freco shit. And that is so not sexy. It's not attractive. You will get further ahead with a woman, even somebody you think may not even look at you. You may get more out of it if you acknowledge that she is more. How do you acknowledge that a woman is more? How do you give her that time? How do you make her feel like she's more? And I'm not saying, before y'all start going in, that we need validation to feel like hecha derecha, to feel like a woman, that we need all kinds of shit. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that we need men to validate us. I'm just saying it would be nice if women like myself, who are a whole ass vibe, who are wonderful women, who are polite and kind and smile and are friendly and, you know, charisma, hello, we're seeing beyond the spunk. Women are not just here to suck on some dick or give out some pussy or whatever. Don't nobody want you that bad. Get that shit out of your head, guys. Get that, like when women, a lot of times I want to look cute. I'm not worried about what man is seeing me. I'm like, nah, my girl's gonna look cute, then I need to look cute. I remember when I went to go adopt my cat, Olive Rose. She's precious. She's a doll-faced Persian, guys. She's so cute. I love her. But anyway, long story short, one of my very dear friends, two of my friends went, but my friend that picked me up so you can go get her, she had her makeup, hair, and I was like, oh, that's what we looking like. You know, it's just, women like to look good and feel good, and sometimes it's no other reason than for your fucking self. Sometimes I look cute for myself. You know, guys, I think guys are sometimes give themselves way more credit than they need to. Like, I want to be able to give a guy a compliment and him not think that I want to ride his dick. Like, I've seen guys that I am in no way, shape, or form attracted to them, but I think they look sharp. And I'll say that. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I think a lot of people are going to say, well, you got to carry yourself with respect. Yeah. Hello. So what does it mean? So for me to be respectful, I got to be a bitch? For me to be respectful, I got to be an asshole? Because if I'm nice and if I smile, all of a sudden it's a problem? No. I shouldn't have to be a dick to get respect. And that's the problem for me. Because what that means is that as a woman, you don't see me as more. And that's an issue. I do not allow that kind of treatment. You will respect me. Respect comes first. Before your interests, whether it's work, friendship, whatever. I don't care what you trying to propose to me. You know what I'm saying? whether you trying to be just my homie or my man or whatever. Before anything, I want my respect. But I refuse to let go of who I am, of being a good person who's kind, that smiles at people. When I ask you how you doing, I mean it. Simply because the moment I smile and I'm nice, you think that I'm an easy bird and you don't fucking... No. I am more. Ladies, you are more. You're more than these dudes that want to act like you are XYZ because you're nice. You're more. If you want to be a friend, you got to do more. If you want to be my man, you got to do more. Why? Because I deserve more. And when I give more. More is my intention. When you want to give up on something, you got to remember I am more. That to me is self-love. And it's something I have to remind myself all the time. You can't have relationships with anybody if you don't acknowledge self. And one of the things that I know I'm really hard on myself. I am extremely hard on myself. You know what I mean? And I got to be nicer to myself. You know what I mean? And one of them is acknowledging that I am more and that we all make mistakes. And guys, you guys are more too. There needs to be a different level of understanding. You know, there has to be a different level of respect. I feel like women deserve more in general, out and about, at work. It can't always be a sex interest first. It can't always be like, damn, she look good as hell, so I'm gonna be nice because she look good as hell. But the moment you get friend zoned, or she's just like, no, it's whatever, you get in your feelings. Why? When women are more, you don't know what you can get out of a friendship with a female. All these benefits that I talked about, all these things that I love about having a male friend, women can give men that same energy. There's benefits to having women friends. A ton of having co-ed friendships, having a female that's a friend. Absolutely. Same things I mentioned before. We give you women's advice. We're nurturing in the sense that we're patient. We'll listen. That's our friendship. And we're honest. And then when it comes to work, so I feel some kind of way about saying work husband or work wife, only because I get it. I completely get it. I completely get why that phrase people created, people use it. I get it. I'm not mad at that. It's more of, I feel like I'm about to say stuff that I feel like people are afraid to say or won't say, but I feel like there's a little bit of a perception of that a little bit when you say work husband, work wife. Like, to me, that what that means to me is that y'all probably go to lunch together, y'all get along, it's a vibe, it's cool, and there's no interest, it's just work. But I just feel like from the outside looking in, if you go to somebody and you say that's your work husband, you're kind of claiming that as your specific friendship at work, and that should look questionable to me. Especially if the person you're saying is your work wife or work husband is actually married, like real life. I feel like that's low-key suspect. I don't know. All I'm saying is, think about it, right? If we're at like a work activity or work something, right? And I go to say hi to Tom Jones, I don't know. And he goes, hey, honey, she's like my work wife. I don't know how his wife would take it. What if it was me and my man was like, yeah, it's my work wife? I'd be like, why? She your work wife though? What y'all do? And I don't want to hear nobody tell me nothing about it being self-esteem or jealous. No, because I wouldn't be jealous if I had a man and he got female friends. I'm not mad at that. But I'm not gonna say, like, I would just be like your work homie. Oh, this my homie, my friend at work. I'm gonna give you everything, but you will never hear me say, mark my words, you will never hear me say work husband or work wife. There has to be a level of respect. And I feel like, what if like something happens and then you guys are not that cool anymore? And then that person's like no longer your work wife or husband. And now you out here looking like a work bird because now you got a different work husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just stay away from shit like that and just have respect. How would you feel if you go somewhere and somebody go to you and it's like a male colleague and he come up to you like, yeah, man, your wife cool as hell, man, she like my work wife. You gonna feel some kind of way. You're gonna feel some kind of way. I don't want to hear nobody tell me nothing. You're gonna feel some kind of way. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I personally would stay away from it. I wouldn't entertain it, and you'll never hear me say work husband. Like, I would be like, yeah, that's my boy at work, that's my friend at work, but never that. And on top of that, if you know, if it is extremely obvious that the person is married and y'all at work, stay the fuck away. Don't be disrespecting that shit. Do not get involved in that. Because let me tell you something. I don't care how big issues are in someone's relationship. First of all, work don't need to know your business. Number one. Number two, everybody at work has a friend. I don't care what anybody tells you. Everybody at work got a friend. Everybody. And that friend got a friend. Everybody. So unless you want, and let me tell you something, I don't care what anybody tells me. I don't give a fuck what people think of me outside of work per se. I don't give a fuck in the sense that, and I learned this recently, we were all created uniquely to be here to give the world our uniqueness. So we have to be unapologetic about our uniqueness. You know what I'm saying? I cannot. And we can't help but care. What I mean is, your opinion of me doesn't really affect me. However, I am conscious of what I put out. I try to be as conscious as possible about what I put out, because I don't want to be misunderstood based on the energy I'm giving, which we can control, right? But when it comes to work in a professional setting, it's a different vibe, bro. These co-ed friendships can from a distance can look real questionable. You know what I'm saying? And let's talk about work friendships. Let's just say you do build a friendship. That's great. I love the friends that I've made. There's people that maybe I could have been cool with and I'm not. At the end of the day, nothing is deserved. Everything is earned, because everything is a blessing. So if you make a friend that's cool, all I'm telling you is be particular about these relationships, because perception, especially in a professional setting, is important. I don't care what anybody says. In this society, perception and reputation at the workplace fucking matters. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Real talk. You think I'm gonna talk and act like this at work, but tú estás loco? No, honey. I'm probably shocking people right now. They're like, I didn't know I need to talk like that. Yeah, motherfucker. It's just I'm on the clock. I'm on the clock. I'm on the goddamn clock. But let me tell you, there's been moments where I wanted to do this over there. You know, but at the end of the day, reputation matters. And don't think for a second that everybody thinks it's cute. There's people, and doesn't matter. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. How you carry relationships, how you deal with people, stuff like that. That shit matters. So yeah, I would just be really mindful and be really respectful. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to be the person that people are like, yeah, she questionable. Look how she acting. She know this dude married, or vice versa. Because what that means is you don't respect your own personal shit. Why would I want to even work with somebody that don't respect their own personal space, their own relationships, and their own shit? I'm not. So I would be really careful with that. However, in general, let's just say there is an attraction. You guys are friends. You have a great friendship, and there's an attraction. I can tell you the importance of delivery. And I'm not saying that you have to be right and correct on everything you say, but delivery is everything. And how do you deliver right? Like I mentioned before, first of all, respect. Show if all you eat, because my thing is this, I think, and I want to clarify this, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong. I think that when a guy wants to have sex and that's all it is, I feel like they think that they need to be like, how do I say it? They have to be, like blunts, but like in a raw way, like in a raunchy way. And it's like, bro, I'm grown. I am a whole ass grown ass woman. And you think coming up to me and saying, yo, ma, was good, I want to holler at you, you out of your fucking mind? I'm grown. I am more. Do y'all really think, for real, and this is to, you know, if you're younger and you still working this out, or, you know, you're probably my age and you're 30, you trying to figure this out, how to talk to a female, how to come up to your friend and tell her that you like her. Listen, you don't have to say the right thing, because there really isn't a right thing, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not gonna tell you say this and do this exactly. No, because we know, first of all, it's adorable. It's adorable when a guy's like nervous and stutters, because I could tell when a guy's like nervous that he's really just trying to be as genuine as possible. Well, there's two nervouses. One, it's the nervous of him being genuine. He really actually likes you and he's just hoping you'll say yes. Two, the nerve is more like, I want to look good and I want to be fly and I want to make sure she thinks I'm dope. Let me tell you something. Women, I think men give themselves more credit than they should, and do not give women the credit they deserve. And that's what I mean about more. Y'all keep thinking these some simple chicks or some simple bitches. No. We are grown ass women and we done peep game from the door. So the best, and some of y'all, there's nothing worse than a guy walking into a room and thinking he's hot shit. That does not get my attention. I don't know why guys do that. You look stupid. You do, bro. You look dumb as hell. First of all, when you do that, a girl's not looking at you like, yeah, look at this dude walking in. I don't look at the guy that's walking to get looked. And ladies, you know what I'm talking about, right? There's that one walk that a guy has and you could tell he's trying to get noticed. I'm probably going to go back to drinking my latte. I'm bored. To get a woman like myself, a women who are grown, intellectual, deep, who are more than a pretty shirt, some pretty glasses, or a nice big ass, or nice big old titties, or, you know, sexy as shit. There's more to her than that. And a lot of times, if your ass has been turned down, you might have had an opportunity, but your stupid ass delivered it wrong, because you think that women that are like, you know, alegre, happy, and all of that are just gonna take whatever the fuck you say. No. No. Pay attention. That's not the case. No. If you want to have the best chance possible with a female, you need to acknowledge her respectfully first. Women don't want to hear you. Not always. Women don't want to hear a guy, especially one that she's friends with, someone she's building a friendship with, someone who maybe she respects, someone who she didn't even think may have interest. No woman wakes up in the morning hoping you tell her you want to fuck. I don't know who does that. Well, at least not me. At least not me and the girls I vibe with. At least not me and my circle. My circle don't do that. We don't send our pussy through the mailbox. We don't do shit like that. We don't DM the pussy. We don't do that. You understand? So you have to approach it different. What's different? Different is being sincere and genuine. And even if you wanted to have a sexual relationship and that's all you wanted, that's fine. But there's ways of communicating that. You know what I'm saying? And please don't hit her with the, I just have a lot going on right now. Everybody has a lot going on right now, cabrón. Everybody. Well, you the only one in the world that got something going on? Get the fuck out of here. Don't tell me that. You will make time for what you want. And women pay attention to your time. Women pay attention to your time. So don't hit her with the, well, I just kind of want to hang out with you, but I got a lot going on right now, so I really, shut the fuck up. You just want to fuck. That's what it is. And I'm not saying I don't want you to be blunt. I'm just saying deliver it better, because what you guys don't realize is that when you deliver it a certain kind of way, you're giving her the perception that you think she's shit. And that's all she's worth. And she's not even worth a conversation. She's just worth a statement. She is more. Understand? So even if all you want to do is smash, that's fine. But deliver it different. There are women who just want to fuck. That's fine. That's fine. But that in no way, shape, or form means that she wants to be treated like a piece of shit. Or like a piece of pussy. Or just like a piece of whatever. No. Let's just say you did express your interest and this is something you want to do. And this is something you want to entertain. And you want to pursue that. You may actually get a relationship out of it. You might actually get a chance. You might actually get an opportunity. You might actually, this may work. And let me tell you, it works. I have a lot of friends, male friends, who are super duper 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 fucking married and happily married. And they are my homies for life. And honestly, they're like my relationship goals. Their wives know me. Oh, they know me. I'm cousin Linda. I'm not prima. I'm everywhere. Hey, that's me. And it's accepted. It's cool because I respect his partner and him. Vice versa. I respect my homegirl and her man. And I respect the barriers. I don't cross lines. We'll talk about crossing lines in a minute. Well, how do you cross lines in a minute? But let's just say you may, and this may be like a genuine, like I really like her and I would really like to date her. That's beautiful. I'm not saying you can't date your friends. I'm just saying that there's barriers. And if you communicate right, this might out of it. However, the same way that this may work and you may get a relationship out of it, it's the same way you can be friend zoned. And you have to understand what comes with that. By entertaining the idea you have, or by saying, nah, man, let me just whatever, that's fine. But understand that the same way you can win, the same way you can lose. And how do you lose? I'm gonna tell you how you lose. You take it too deep. You can't allow the friend zone. You have to respect their feelings. You understand? You have to respect where they're coming from. They may only literally see you as a friend, which is what you guys really were. Now, if you call feelings, that's natural. It happens. Understand that this person, co-ed, man or woman, when you express your interest and you do it right, and what is right, sincerity, being real, being honest, being cool, not being disrespectful, and acknowledging that you see her as more. And she still says, or he still says, listen, I just want to be cool. I really love you as a friend. Respect it. If you're not willing to hear those words, like, I just want to be friends, you have to take that into consideration before you even think about opening your mouth. Because if you know for a fact this shit may hurt you, like bad, or hurt you enough where it's going to affect the shit out of your relationship, I would rethink about approaching it. However, let's just say you came to terms with the fact that, hey, maybe, you know, whatever, you said what you said and then they said that they were not interested. Keep in mind that this may also cause this friend to kind of drift apart from you, because their fear or their concern is that whatever they're doing with you is what's causing this emotion, is what's causing this attraction. And they didn't mean to do that. So there's a lot of things that can come when telling somebody that's been a homie for a minute how you feel, you know. And this is me speaking in terms of like both of y'all really in great and don't know what the fuck is going on. Then obviously someone's gonna say something. But you know, there's times too when both of y'all know, come on, we can't be friends. We gotta date. This is like legit. That's fine. I'm just saying you guys have to be realistic. You know, because people, especially women, we get petty. We got petty. You got to respect that. You open that door, so now if it closes, you can't be mad. The good thing about having the conversation, the benefit and having that conversation is that now you guys have clarity. You know? Now you guys understand where you both stand. you know, and now you and now you don't have to wonder every time or get, and because think about it, you ever been with somebody, like hanging out with somebody you may be attracted to or you like, and then sometimes it's hard to kind of like be around because you know you're like feeling them, or and you don't know how they feel about you, so now you're acting weird, and next thing you know you're not really hanging like that, and then why? Because you acting, because so I think having co-ed friendships, you just have to be really open. You have to understand what comes with that. Now, sex and co-ed friendships, does it work? No. First of all, that's a fuck buddy. Friends who fuck are fuck buddies. Now, is that a bad thing? Yes. If one, it was terrible the first time and shit with that, whatever. Number two, if you guys have sex on a regular. I don't, listen, hit me, listen, DM me, message me, comment, whatever. Y'all know if y'all have sex more than 1 or 2 times, someone's catching feelings. It's sex, it's intimate, it's intimacy. You know what I'm saying? Especially if y'all be chilling, you know? Like if it's somebody that I really chill with like that, like we really be hanging out, chilling, and something happens, it's gonna be weird. Because like, so what does that mean? That when you come over the next time, we're gonna smash again? Like that's what I'm saying. You're opening the door to you're opening a can of worms, yo. You're opening a whole can of worms, and everybody ain't ready for that. You know? Think about it. Can you have sex with your friend and just be your friend more than 2 or 3 times? Someone's catching feelings. And even if they're like, oh no, I think you're fucking lying. Just admit it. Just admit it. You mean to tell me you're gonna have sex with your boy mad times? What if like the next week he's like, yeah, I got a girl now. You know you're gonna feel some kind of way. Cut it out. Cut it out. Come on, sis. Come on, sis. Come on. Cut it out. You know the truth. Own the truth, sis. Come on. People acting like I don't care. Yeah. Because you don't care. Okay. Okay, miss, I don't care. Okay, sis. Habladora. But yeah, if you are my friend and that's what it is, I don't want to smash. I don't want to fuck. I don't. I just want to enjoy your company and chill and vibe, yo. And don't get me wrong, I personally have friends that I've known like nearly my whole life, and they'll come over there and slept over my place, chilling, watching TV, all of that, straight chilling. Nothing has ever happened. Why? Because I respect these fucking boundaries. And if they just want to be friends, just respect it. You know, especially with somebody caring, just respect them. They don't have to date you. And you know what? They're saving your time. They're saving your time. They're making it easy for you to pursue whatever else. You know. And I know some of y'all be hanging with these dudes like, yeah, they're my best friend. They're my best friend. They're my best friend. They're my best friend. But you really like them though. Come on, sis. I know. Sis, listen to me. I got you. I'm trying to help your ass. Okay? And to all my brothers out there too, come on, bro. You know you shouldn't have came up to that girl like that. You know you should have came at her a little softer. You said, talk to me nice. Talk to her nice. You know? You don't gotta say the right thing. You just gotta do it right. You know what I'm saying? Even if you fuck up, it's cute. But at least it's genuine. So that's how I feel about that. How do you know that the friendship is turning? There's something happening. How do you know? Hold up. What's this? What's this energy? What's all this? What's this aura? What's this energy I'm feeling? You know what I'm talking about? Well, 1, if what your friend says, man or woman, makes you feel weird, like, should I be talking about this with my friend? How would my girl feel about it? How would my man feel? If you have to question yourself, it's questionable. Because it's questionable. You're questioning. If it is questionable, it's not doable. If it is questionable, let me say that one more time. If it is questionable, it's not doable. If you have to ask yourself, is this right? It ain't right, sis. It ain't right. Bro, no te pase. Okay? It's the same thing as if you feel uncomfortable introducing your girl to your friend or your man to your friend, something's wrong. Cuidado. That's a big one. If you have to question a feeling, an emotion, a word, Number 2, leaving, when people put like social media, cut the social media interactions. If you're home, like I know I love to support my fellow friends, and if they look fly, but be careful what you say. Because I feel like a lot of people are just way too non-filtered. And I just feel there's a huge lack of respect in general. And I feel like if he got a girl, if she got a man, respect that. You know for a fact if somebody says something about your girl or your man on the gram or whatever, you would be mad. Like, well, if it was something like that was a little risque. And you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Don't go overboard on certain things. Watch your tone. And yeah, why I gotta have a friendship if I gotta be filtered? Because it's not about filtering the friendship. It's about acknowledging the friendship and respecting their boundaries. Respecting, not crossing lines. So, I feel like people can get real funny on a DM. You know what I'm saying? So, you gotta respect that shit. If it makes you blush, if it embarrasses you, yes, it's questionable. And no sending pictures. Look, if you're sending a picture like of your dog or like something cool, like if you're sending pictures of general shit, cool. But if you my homie and that's it, there's no reason for you to be sending me images of you specifically. For what? Unless we're literally working on a project, like if we're working together on something, that's obvious. It's content. It's obvious. These things are obvious. I'm talking about like a random selfie of myself, to my homie, especially if they got a girl. What the fuck am I doing that for? Why would you? And you know what I'm talking about. Let me tell you something. If you're sending somebody a picture like that of yourself, you want attention. Now I'm questioning why you want that attention. What you want that attention for from that person? Knowing the dude got a girl or knowing he got a man, she got a man. What are you doing? If people want to see you, they can find you. It's 2020, honey. People find whatever they want. You don't need to be sending out selfies to a married man or a taken man or someone who's spoken for. You have to respect that shit. So those are certain things, And another one, a big one, are these like innuendos, those little slide messages. You got to pick up on that. And what happens if you hear it, if you feel a vibe, if you hear it, what do? You address it. But be respectful, because you don't want to ruin the friendship. You just want to make it clear, like, listen, I know you said that. I wasn't sure what you meant, but I want to just clarify, la, 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 la. Like, I can't tell you how to say it because we're all different. But I just feel like communication is so important nowadays. And if you just take a second and address that, because what's going to happen is, what you're going to do is you're going to get shy, you're going to laugh it off, and you're like, sorry, and they're going to keep fucking going. That's how guys are. If you don't shut it down, if you don't cut that loose, they're going to keep fucking playing with you. And then you're going to be fucking mad. And this is what I mean, guys. Sometimes you guys play around too fucking much. And the girls don't like that shit. They're not fucking comfortable. You look like a fucking creeper. Dead ass. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy that's a fucking creeper. And yes, they exist. Every girl that walks up to you and says hello does not need you to come with some stupid ass fuck ass comment. Some fuck shit. Nobody want to hear that. You don't be the creeper. Don't be that guy. Okay? And you be the same one, yo. Y'all be the same one talking crazy about a female. because she didn't give you no play. Well, did nobody ask you to be a fucking pervert? And women talk. Just like men talk, women talk. Ladies, hello. You listening? Women talk. When you walk into a room and you do some fuck shit like that, because you're a fuckboy, for sure. And you do some dumb shit like that, and what makes you think I'm not going to tell my fellow sister, another queen, not to watch out because you're a fucking perv? And then you wonder why people keep it quick and short with you. Why? Because you're a dumbass. You're a fucking dumbass. You have no respect. So, with that being said, you know, I hope that these little kind of tips I gave will help and clarify a few things and maybe spark some conversation. I know that it's a lot of information. I know that it's a lot to take in, but I just feel like it's important for us to unite. It is possible to be friends, yo. We can be friends. But don't assume, and I can't say this enough, do not assume that just because a woman is polite and welcoming and caring and nice and bubbly and chirpy and smiling and down to earth, that doesn't mean she wants your raggedy dick in her mouth. That simply means she was raised right, she has respect, and she is more. I cannot emphasize that enough. And ladies, do not, for any reason, take that kind of shit from any man. House, outside, work, anywhere you go. You walk with your head up high. You walk with your self-respect. You go ahead and you keep smiling. You keep being happy. You keep being down to earth. You keep being chill. You keep being a vibe. You keep doing you. And when you realize that the man or whoever is not respecting that, in a level where they're not looking at you as an easy bird, and you know what I mean? If you realize when you walk into a room and you're yourself and people not acknowledging you respectfully because they think because you're being nice you're some kind of bird, you drop that shit, you cut loose, you cut ties, you leave that shit alone, because you are more. You understand? So, and I can't emphasize that enough, guys. But that's it, really. I'm not, like I said, I know I went off, but really it's just to kind of just be proactive, especially nowadays. I think it's great to have friendships, and I appreciate every single friend that I have. I appreciate all my guy friends. I love them dearly. They're like my bros, and I don't have that many, but the ones that I do have, I know see me more than just whatever the fuck others have. Because I've gone through that too. I don't want people to be like, oh, you know, I know exactly what I'm talking about, because it's true. And ladies, if anybody thinks that I'm over the top, let them know. Women deal with that kind of shit all the time. Not saying that men don't deal with this kind of shit, because I know that there are women who just want to get what they can out of a man and that's it. But all I'm telling you is that all women aren't like that. And when she's fucking being nice, that's just what it is. Take it or leave it alone. That's it. But now we're going to get into another segment. Onto Layers to Linda. This is a good one. So, for Layers to Linda, this week's question was, why should anybody my age, which is mid-20s, early 30s, settle for someone not up to their standards? My first question to you is, why are you even settling? Why are we even considering settling? Is it because you have a child together? Is it because you've been together for so long, so now you feel like you have to settle? I feel like settling, I don't even like the word settle, because I just feel like settling ends possibilities. Settling is the seal on all possibilities and opportunities. How about we embrace the fact that we get older and we change? And, you know, sometimes we change for the better, and sometimes it just becomes things that we need to work on. But that doesn't mean that we have to settle. You know what I mean? I feel like if you settle, you're not growing, you're not changing, you're not doing anything for the betterment of you. I just feel like settling shouldn't exist even in our vocabulary. I think that It's not a matter of changing. It's a matter of getting wiser and applying what you've learned to make adjustments. If you feel like the person that you're with, that's it, they're not gonna go from where they are, whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, anything. If you feel like that's it, and now you're wondering, do I want this and only this forever? Then you need to do some reevaluation. You have to look into things. You have to reevaluate yourself, especially because if you're not happy with what you're getting right now, and when you think about it in the future, you're probably not going to get it because you don't see a change, or you don't see the want to change or the want to grow and improve, then that's when you need to start changing things. And I want you to also reevaluate your standards. For example, if you're in your if you're in your mid 20s, there's, the chances are higher that they may not have a child. They may not have a child. Once you hit 30s, 9 times out of 10, they may have a child. Whoever, man or woman, they may have a child. Is that on your list? You know what I'm saying? You have to, the same way that things change and evolve, your list, your standards, they have to evolve. Your standards can't be the same when you were 21 to now. And then you're mad that what you wanted at 21, you can get it now. Well, you're not 21 anymore. So, and for me, if there's something that is really, really bothering you, but you don't want to end the relationship because you see the benefit, you see that it's beautiful, you see that it's great, then communicate that. And to be honest with you, once you communicate, that shows you where they stand, their loyalty, their standards. Right? So it's a quick and simple answer for me. I don't want you to just stick to particular standards. And if you must have them, just be honest, be realistic about your standards, and think about what you can offer, what you can give, what you're willing and able and happy to provide. Does what you have and what you can give, is your more equal to your standards? Is your more on the same level as your standards? You have to be realistic. You can't expect someone, a storybook prince, and what do you give? And I'm not trying to say that you're not worth anything, because like I said, you are more. But it can't be all about you, and if you have a child, which is a blessing, that's great. But yeah, keep your standards, but evolve, change, revamp, update it. It's like a system. You cannot have the same expectations as before and be lenient. Do your standards define a perfect person? Because if it does, you need to change it. Ain't nobody perfect, neither are you. So all I could tell you is, I don't believe in the word settling. I don't want you to settle. Whoever sent me this question, I do not want you to settle. You are more. And the person you're with, they are more too, but you cannot force someone to see their more. They have to see it for themselves. And we all grow differently. So at the end of the day, if you have to reevaluate and change some things, then do so. Happiness is everything. There you go. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for that was so extra, but it's okay. So right now we're going to talk about Artist of the Week. And believe it or not, I've never met Charlamagne the God in my life, but I would love to. He is awesome. And I don't know him, but from what I've seen, from following him for so many years, he is the type of guy that I feel like sees a woman because she is more. Charlamagne the God is a radio personality, but he does so much more now. He's at Power 105, one of my favorite stations, honestly. And I love because Angela Yee's there. I love her stance. I love her energy. She's got that I am more energy, and I love that. She's gained that respect, and she's very composed. But today we're going to talk about Charlamagne the God and why he's Artist of the Week. He works at Power 105. He's wrote a couple books, but I heard him when he first started in Power 105, and I feel like he left a lot of bad taste in people's mouths. But I just took a second to listen to what he has to say, And then I realized he's really not that bad, yo. He's really not that bad. I just think that his delivery is raw and blunt and honest and real, and everybody can't handle that. And, you know, he's going to ask certain questions that may get you uncomfortable. But Charlemagne also gives insight that some people wouldn't even tell you to your face. You know what I mean? And I know, how can you say that? But when if you just take a second to listen to Charlemagne, I was like, yo, he's dead ass though. It's not like he's saying something because he's a dick. I mean, he can be a dick, but what he's saying is actually low key for the betterment of a lot of these artists. Yeah, he's done some questionable shit, but who hasn't? You know, I mean, I know he used to work for Wendy Williams. He got let go from that. And what I love about that is that he did not give up on his dreams. He did not give up on his pursuit. He did not give up on his goals. Yes, he's not with her anymore. There definitely was some kind of beef. They did talk it out. And that's what happens. You know what I mean? That's what happens after years. People talk things out, but he never gave up on his dreams. And he just started as just radio. And now his voice is so powerful. Like you have politics looking for him. You know, politicians that go to Power 1051, medical professionals. And speaking of medical, the reason I wanted to make, one of the many reasons I wanted to make him Artist of the Week is because he is putting such an emphasis on mental health, especially in the Black community, you know, for people of color, really. And, you know, there's a stigma, you know, there's that thing people feel about therapy, and he just makes it okay. He admits he's gone through anxiety, through depression, through a lot. And this is how he progressed. And you can actually, believe it or not, from when he started in Power 105, from when I knew who he was and learned who he was, he's not the same now. And I appreciate that. I appreciate progress because progress pushes. And that's what he represents. And I love that. He wrote 2 books, which the first one is Black Privilege, Opportunity Comes to Those Who Create It, and Shook One, Anxiety Playing Tricks on Me. And I know, like, you know that song, My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me? I feel like that was like a play on words. I could be wrong, but that's how I took it, you know? And it's really empowering when you see a man of color who's in this industry admitting that he needs help too. He had a tough reputation for, you know, saying unwelcoming things or crossing lines and things like that, you know, but he's like showing a whole different side. And he's talked to Biden, he's talked to so many people in the judicial system and government and things like that. He's really, if you guys follow him, he's really talking, and he keeps it real, man. What I love the most about Charlemagne is that he's unapologetic about who he is and what he does and how he does it. Because I feel like Charlemagne is one of those people who understands that things are earned. And he's put in the work, and he still puts in the work. And he's been in this industry for so long that I hope that I one day get to work with Charlemagne. I just hope that he continues, because I feel like right now he's really, really, he's a key element in in this industry for people of color. And I love that he wants to help people. And I low-key feel like he was like that even back then. It was just he approached it differently. But I wish him much, 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 much success. And yeah, I just hope to one day have you on my show and work with you. I think he's dope. But yeah, that's my Artist of the Week. So check out his book, which is Black Privilege, Opportunity Comes to Those Who Create It, and Shook One, Anxiety is Playing Tricks on Me, and all these other shows he's on. He's constantly on different shows, doing quick interviews and things like that. So yeah, focus, look for that. And then we have our Power Move of the Week. I hope I did not butcher your name, but she is DC's Mayor Muriel E. Bowser. You guys know why she got Power Move of the Week. She literally had them rename the street outside the White House to Black Lives Matter, and also had it painted on the black to the White House. Since you don't want to acknowledge, since the president that we have, if we should even call him a president, he's not my president. However, that's the title, right? So our president doesn't seem to be acknowledging anything when it comes to people of color. He's just kind of, to be honest with you, I think Trump is literally, he's just kind of waiting for it to be over. I don't even think he wants to be president anymore, deadass. I don't think he ever wanted to be president. I think he took it for clout, and now his stupid ass got to deliver on shit, and all he did was make shit worse. Yeah. But anyway, let's talk about power moves. DC Mayor Muriel E. Bowser, she renamed the street to Black Lives Matter Plaza and had it painted on the road, on the street leading up to. And that to me was extremely monumental because because he doesn't acknowledge. And I really don't think he thinks that Black Lives Matter. So this is a great reminder. I don't think he'll ever truly, his heart will never really be at peace. Because I'd like to believe that everybody got a little bit of good in them. And I think that there's going to come a time where his old ass, when he can't really do much for himself anymore, he's going to be old and decrepit and shit, it's going to hit him. It's going to hit him. He's done a whole lot of damage. So for her to do that, first of all, I'm pretty sure some people probably thought about it and didn't have the balls. Ms. Bowser sure did. And I respect her for that. Because she stands by the people. She's doing this for the people. And if you will not acknowledge the people, she'll make sure you do. Even subconsciously. So shout out to for her for that. That was an amazing move. And I know, and just to see that. That takes balls. And very unapologetic. And I can appreciate that. And it was just it was kind of a reminder to me that you can't be afraid to make certain moves regardless of who is going to say what. Be unapologetic about your power and what you can do to help or to bring awareness. And it kind of taught me to be unapologetic about our content and what I think about what people are going to think about the show and this and that and the things that I say and how I say them and the words that I'm using. This is Late Night with Linda Rosa. Okay? So I'm going to give you this content. If you like it, you like it. If not, you keep it pushing. There's a million other podcasts. I said that before and I'll say it again. But she proved that it's okay to make moves even if you know that it's not a wrong move, but it won't be accepted as much. It's like you do it because that's where your heart is at and you knew how you did it. And I respect her for that. So I wish her continued success, and I hope she continues to make even more powerful moves. There's been a lot of changes happening, especially with Black Lives Matter movement. And this was a monumental one, especially in front of the White House. So I give her props for that. That's a strong woman. That's a queen. That's a queen move. That's a queen using her power for the betterment of the people. And I respect that. So she is my power mover of the week. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate your time. I actually had a really good time talking about this topic. I hope to have you guys join me next time. And to the newcomers, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the show. Let me know what you think. Send me your questions and all that good stuff. Don't forget to share, comment, repost. Follow me on YouTube, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitch, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. The link is in our bio on Instagram, on Facebook. Make sure to email me your questions, comments, or anything at latenightwithlindarosa@gmail.com. And thank you so much for joining me. Be safe with the pandemic, with the protests and everything. Just be conscious. Be safe. I'm with you. I send you all my love. And I hope you had a great day and that tomorrow's even better. And until then, I'll see you later.